Wow, what a time to be alive! GATS is finally being updated again. All that and more coming up on the Bizorke channel. It's quite exciting. After all of these months, we are getting some significant updates in GATS. On May 1st, we had a 10% nerf in shotgun range, and we also received a long-awaited fix for the notorious disappearing landmine bug. There are a few other things here, but I think the most exciting thing of all is the new Dallas server. I've spoken with the GATS developer, and he tells me that behind the scenes, there have been some major changes to the way that GATS operates server-side. And one of the notable upgrades is the implementation of optimizations that will clear up a lot of CPU headroom and allow for up to 81 players to simultaneously be playing at once. In fact, there's a little bit of lore here. The original plan was only to allow 80 players in the arena, and this would have been an upgrade from the previous number, 64. But Mystic1618 convinced him to make it 81 players, after uncovering that the size of the fog is directly proportional to the square root of the number of players in the arena. So the idea would be that we're upgrading from 64, which is 8 times 8, to 81, which is 9 times 9. This was a really neat observation, and I recommend you check out the original post on Reddit. There'll be a link in the video description. Currently, these updates are only available on the new experimental Dallas server, but after it's been tested for a couple days, those updates will be applied to all servers. Now, the developer has told me that there's not really enough demand to keep the Dallas server up from a general gameplay perspective, but it's really useful for testing stuff. So I guess we'll just have to wait to see if he keeps it running. By the way, guys, have you ever seen a goat in real life? Like how they make that retarded sound compulsively? It almost looks like they have OCD, like and they stick their head forward. It looks like they're trying to hold back a sneeze and then Well, I was at a farm the other day playing with some goats. I had this conspiracy theory that they actually do have OCD, like literally. Like, think about it, how would we know that they don't have OCD? You know, like after thousands of years of selective breeding by shepherds trying to make a goat that's easier to find. Anyway, guys, I just thought I would throw that out there. More research required, so someone get on that. Back to GATS, do play on the new Dallas server and report any bugs you find on the Discord, as this will help to shape future updates. If you are using the community patch and you find a bug, then just tell me first, so that I can rule out the possibility that the bug isn't being caused by the patch. But as far as I can tell so far, the patch has been a huge success. And I'm really happy to see that some of the bugs that the patch fixes are now being implemented in-game. So that's great for everyone who doesn't have the patch or who can't get it because of permissions on their computer. For example, a fix for the thermal minimap flicker bug was recently implemented in-game, and future updates include a partial fix for sticky keys. The developer says that he doesn't think that any of these changes will interfere with the patch's operation, but if you notice that the game just doesn't load or isn't working, just try disabling the patch temporarily and I will push an update as soon as possible. One last thing I wanted to talk about was the status of my channel. I make good videos, don't I? Like, wouldn't you say that they're kind of entertaining? My goal was to make videos that are top-notch within the GATS community, and frankly, I think I've done a pretty good job of doing that. But to be honest, guys, I am so fed up with YouTube right now. I'm so frustrated with them. YouTube has been using me like toilet paper. You know, I work my ass off on these videos so that I can build an audience. I've been clawing my way up. Also, that when I publish my first indie game, I will have an audience of people who are willing to play it. And you know, this is the thanks I get by YouTube. When I do a search for gats.io in incognito mode, I'm getting all these videos from over 6 months ago. Now look, I don't mean any offense to any of these YouTubers, but these videos are pretty damn generic. The only virtue to these videos is the fact that their creators have a lot of subscribers. And like, come on, look at this clickbait. Anyway, I just wanted to throw this out there that it feels really shitty that I'm bringing all this traffic to YouTube's platform and they're doing nothing for me. Look guys, this isn't another conspiracy theory. This one's real. I recently took the YouTube creator survey and they were asking a bunch of questions like this. You see, YouTube knows that they have a monopoly on video sharing because they have the biggest ad network and they have the most users. So they're making people like me work for them. I'm basically advertising their platform. Every time I share a video on Facebook, I'm taking people off of Facebook and putting them on YouTube, and YouTube isn't paying me for that, but YouTube is benefiting greatly by the aggregation of all users doing that. And all this so that they could prop up their largest channels on the backs of the smaller ones. And to make things worse, I can't even monetize my videos, but other people can if I use their copyrighted works, as if they own 100% of the rights to my video, just because I used a remix that had parts of their song in it. And that's one of the main reasons I have not been making as many videos as before. Anyway guys, I hope you can sympathize with that, and that's all I'm going to say for now. Goodbye.